Hi everyone. One of our regular subscribers shared his experience with Filipino girls, and we're about to tell his story. If you have your own stories, send them to our email. We'd love to share them on the channel.
I'd like to share with you all one challenging first date I once had. I'm from the UK, but in the early 2000s I had a job based in the Middle East. One of the perks was regular return flights back to the UK. Although, you didn't actually have to return to the UK, so during the winter months I would travel to Southeast Asia instead, usually Thailand first and then on to the Philippines. This suited me perfectly. Rather than flying home and cranking up the central heating, I could enjoy the warmth of Asia. Eating out was also far cheaper than at home, a definite win-win. On one of my visits to the Philippines, I met a stunning girl who worked in a shop on Perimeter Road, Angeles City. She was 27 and quite mature, but she didn't look her age at all. As I was due to return to work in the Middle East 2 days later, I only managed to get her email address. I kept in touch and told her I'd be back in a couple of months for a proper date. I don't think she believed me, as lots of guys make these kinds of promises, and to the girls it means nothing. They even have a word for it, bola bola. But actions speak louder than words. A few months later, in autumn, I returned to Angeles City and we arranged to go out on a date. When I asked for her suggestion, she recommended a music lounge with a live band playing contemporary covers called R&B Music Venue. The day before, she asked if it would be okay for her cousin to come along. I said that was fine. They met me at my hotel, the Orchid Inn, which at the time was one of the better hotels in Angeles. They were both dressed up and looking great, and we travelled to the club together in a trike. We got a table just to the left of the stage. The music was good and everything seemed to be going well that night. When the waitress came around to take our order, I naturally told them to get whatever they liked. Now, the friend or cousin. I'm still not sure which because she said cousin the day before, but friend on the night was a big girl who clearly enjoyed her food. She ordered a couple of dishes, which wasn't a big deal, as my date and I were deep in conversation. But when the food arrived, she took one bite of the first dish, screwed up her face, and pushed the plate away. She did the same with the second dish, then picked up the menu again and started scrolling through it. Confused, I paused my conversation and asked what was wrong with the food. She said she didn't like it and that we could have it. I then asked if she was paying for these dishes. She said no, meaning that I was. Coming from humble beginnings, I was raised to respect food, to finish what's on your plate, and to never waste it. My date hadn't ordered anything. It was only this girl who seemed determined to work her way through the menu simply because she wasn't paying. I don't mean to sound tight-fisted, I was earning good money, though I hadn't told my date that, but I don't like people taking advantage. At that point, I felt the date had taken a downturn. Later that evening, my date asked if she could stay over with me at my hotel. I had to check she meant just her and not her friend. I think she felt guilty about her friend's behavior, and she did apologize. We dated for a little while, and things naturally ran their course. She wasn't the type to run up a bill when someone else was paying. When we went out, she would always offer to contribute her share, and I never saw her friend or cousin again. About 18 months later, out of the blue, I heard from her again. By then, I was in contact with another girl from Manila. Strangely, she somehow knew I was corresponding with this new girl and warned me that she wasn't what she seemed. According to her, the girl had numerous profiles on various dating sites claiming to be single, but would sell men's details onto other girls. They would all respond to these lonely guys, using her photos as bait, contacting men around the world on an industrial scale to see what they could get out of them. They would never do video calls, claiming their phones were too old, but if you sent them money for a new phone, they would. And once you sent the money, you'd never hear from them again. I know this because I called her bluff. When I arrived in Manila early, about 6 weeks after we started corresponding, the girl I met for coffee in Greenbelt Mall, Makati, was not the same girl I thought I'd been in contact with. She first claimed she was her cousin and had come because this other girl had urgently gone home to visit her sick mother in the provinces. But then she confessed everything. Apparently, the real girl had many admirers, and an older suitor from Japan was already giving her a monthly allowance. This confirmed everything the girl I had previously dated had already told me. Up to this day, I still don't know how someone in Angeles City would know I was corresponding with a girl in Manila. So guys, please be aware. Don't send money or make promises to someone you've never met face to face. I'm not saying all Filipino women are dishonest like that, far from it. To be honest, I have met many more men who lie about their wealth to impress Filipino women, which might be the reason why so many Filipinas think that all men are rich.